Hello, hello. This is Budgets with Grace, where I give you a glimpse of my life using the lens of my budget. My name's Grace, and I have a paycheck to budget with you all. I want to thank everybody for being really patient with me. I've been terrible about leaving comments on other people's videos, terrible about replying to comments, terrible about uploading videos other than budget with me, and I just super appreciate your support and you watching my videos. So I'm excited to show you how I budget this paycheck and give you a little insight as to what I'm thinking about for new, different types of videos. So first I'm going to look at my notes, which I realized if you just hover, oh, it's not doing it now, of course. If you just hover over where you've written your notes in the top of your month, it shows you what it is with a tooltip, which I think is a lot easier to read than like opening this up and like, I can't even expand this anymore because I've written so much. So anywho, in here I've written the income I expect to get, which is for my car, which went to the salvage yard, and for my regular income. I'm also going to be investigating getting a key bank account. I got a mailer promotional for opening a checking account and getting a cash bonus. So if that works out, I'll be sharing that too, and I'll get a little extra. I think if I get that, I will throw it straight into my emergency fund, no questions asked. um, so I've also been checking off my goals, which, man, I really hate this like check mark I've put in there. It's just it's not an emoji. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, sorry for being a perfectionist. So now what's remaining, I've aggressively saved to pay back my family loan. I saved up $5,000 out of $20,000, which is the total, and I am super proud of that, and I need to focus on rebuilding some emergency funds before I can refocus on paying more of that back. Fully fund April. April is fully funded. I'm not going to be using any of my funds to put into April for this April. And rebuild eFund, I obviously had to, or if you've been following, you know that I had to dip into my emergency fund because my car broke down. And that's great that I had an emergency fund to rely on, and now it's time to build it back up. So I will go ahead and move forward to May. You can see in May I've also put some notes about my expected income. I believe I'll be getting my tax return in May, which will be possibly about $1,000 more than I was expecting because of the stimulus bill, or whatever they're calling that bill that passed that gave us stimulus money, as well as a tax credit if you filed for unemployment. I like to budget 1 month ahead. So today is the 19th, so I'll go ahead and budget for my immediate obligation, my Spotify bill, and underfund that for next month. And I'll also dive into some true expenses and take care of some of these. Alright, I'll fund $175 of my true expenses. I also think I'm gonna close these up so we can go solo mode. Wish Farm. I totally spent so much money on The Sims and Hollow Taco in the last month. I feel a little bit guilty, even though it's kind of in my budget. I don't know. I'll fund these for now. I also wanted to start funding a new fridge, but I think I'm just going to delete this goal for now and maybe move it down. Oh, this is inconvenient. Because it all depends on where we move. If we move. So now, yeah, I'll go ahead and take care of some giving. I'll give to the ones, I'll contribute to these specific ones, and then I'll take care of half of the amount I want to donate or reserve for donation from this month, and then I'll take care of holding for next time. Household spending. Let's see. I totally funded the subscribe and save items because I get those at the beginning of the month personally. And now I'm going to I'll add like another 100 for groceries, and I'll finish off these household expenses, and that should be good for now. I will top this up with about $84 next paycheck. Ooh, I did actually have some overspending. So my parents were in town this weekend, and I treated them to brunch because they treated us to pretty much everything else. So, oops, actually, instead of taking all of that from TV budgeted, I'm going to take 50 from food with friends. And then I'll cover the rest with the TV budgeted. And now I'm gonna fund half of all the food. So half of 150 is 75, half of 125, and do 15 for coffee. And this bothers me too much. I'll do 65. Cool. Spending, of course, we need a little cannabis dough. Car costs. One of the videos that I'm going to be coming out with is definitely a new budget tour. I haven't done one since I started this channel, and my budget changes like literally every day, so I'd like to talk about all the changes and talk about some of the methodology of my budget. The other thing I'm actually going to add in for April is a little more clothing money. I'm going to budget $50 in total because I need to get a top for a wedding and a couple new pairs of jeans. Actually, I'll do another 25 just because I would like to have more than one pair of jeans. It feels like I've been getting by all of 2020 without clothes, and now I would like some. So since I added to that last month, I'll just hold off on that for now. Let's see, beauty, give it 15. So that's spending, cat spending, put my $5 in there. Event funds, 25 in for birthdays, and let's get some of these out of the way. So if I put 50 in there, it covers everything up to Thanksgiving, which is pretty dang good. Now I have nest eggs and do not break glass, so I'm gonna add to do not break glass and see how much I can put in here. And I've tried to set these goals so that I can build these up over time. Great, so that really helps with do not break glass. That's 500 in there. I feel like that's a great amount to aim to budget to put in there, and then anything extra is gonna go in there for sure. So now take care of some of these. Now I have about $45 left, so maybe I have a few not immediate obligations but true expenses. Do Costco, a registration. So I'm gonna actually play with this goal a little bit and see how much I need to put in here so that this target amount becomes an even number. Right now it's 634 is the goal, so I'll try putting in 8. Now I'll go forward a month. And I see that brought it down to 619. So let's say I put in 10. Now it's an even $6 for next month, so that's how much I'm going to budget this month. That's how I keep all of my goals even numbers. It's a little neurotic, but it works for me. Great. With the $14, let's see. If I just got a little bit extra, I think I will take from good old food spending. So if I do this math backwards, I'm going to say 2, 7, 1. That brings that to 16. And now under event funds, I will fund Black Friday. Awesome. And that looks like all the budgeting I can do with my paycheck. I'm going to move on to Found It, which is a method similar to what a lot of people do, but I just think it's kind of funny to call it Found It. So I'm going to comb through my budget and find anything from this month that is extra change, anything I can put towards other goals. So let's open it up. We just talked about even numbers. I think I'll put an extra $1 in there. Great, that fixed it. So this should actually go into Found It. Nothing in the Wish Farm because I spent it all. Giving, household spending. This is where we usually find some things. I never touch Forest Pay Back. That's my reimbursement system with my boyfriend for our bills and groceries and things like that. But I will take $3.47 from here, and I'll take 27 cents from here. Leave laundry because that's all in change and quarters. 77 cents from dates, which, oh my goodness, we have not been spending a lot on dates, but I am working on, I'll talk more about the food budget stuff too, but been moving things to more specific categories, and it's shedding some light about how we're spending our food budget, and that's what a budget's for, so definitely speak more to that. I know I'm going to food with my friend this week, so I'll leave most of that in there. But I think I could go to food for lunch. Go to lunch for less than 20. And a coffee, spending 14 seems pretty reasonable. And this went yellow, and that's because this goal is for April, so I'm just going to change this goal to for May. So I'll just click save under the month of May and go back. And now it's a green bubble instead of a yellow bubble. Again, if you're a little neurotic, that could be great for you. Gifts, I will take 3. $3.94. Birthdays, I feel like I have a lot of those coming up, so I think I'm going to let that grow. Everything else should be pretty solid. Great, so now I'm going to go up to the top, look at my goal for Found It, and I have about $10, so I'm going to release that. Go into May. Since it's my top goal to get a month ahead, think I will throw this. Let's go to groceries. Groceries is like always my catch-all for like odd change numbers because I know I always spend from it. So awesome. That's my every dollar budget. That's my method for Found It. Big shout out to Brittany, who also does Found It and always gives me credit, and I love watching her videos. Her channel is blowing up, so if you are not already subscribed, definitely go do that. Her channel is called Millennial Making It, or Making It Millennials. I think it's Millennial Making It. I'll definitely link it so you can find her. And yeah, thanks again for sticking around. I look forward to making that budget tour video as well as a new car video. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll definitely catch you next time. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, all the things, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!